para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim na kahapon.
The President inspects the captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered firearms during the Marawi Rebellion. He is joined by the Secretary of National Defense, Delfina Lorenzana, Department of Interior and Local Government Undersecretary Eduardo M. Año, General Ray Leonardo B. Guerrero, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Lieutenant General Rolando Celito D. Bautista, Commanding General, Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Galileo Gerard R. Quintanar, Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, and Vice Admiral Ronald Joseph S. Mercado, the Flag Officer in Command of the Philippine Navy.
Para sa pagkasenso, ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago. Masdan mo ang paligid, alamak mga krimen, rape, droga at mga nakawan, dapat nga mapigilan. Tayo na Pilipinas, tayo na bago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pagkasenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Why am I here? I am here because I love my country and I love the people of the Philippines.
Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo.
Our guests may be seated. May 23, 2017, when a rebellion broke out wherein multi-ISIS terrorist group took over the center of the Islamic city, Marawi, martial law was declared by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Units from the Armed Forces of the Philippines and from the Philippine National Police were sent to fight the multi-ISIS terrorist group. All men in uniform deployed fought side by side. However, in the course of the fight against the terrorist group, soldiers and policemen were killed, while others were wounded to liberate Marawi. Thousands of internally displaced persons were housed in the evacuation centers, being assisted by the government and other non-government organizations. The rebellion ended after 5 months. October 17, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte declared Marawi as liberated from the hands of the terrorists. Today, we hold a ceremonial activity on the demilitarization of the recovered firearms during the Marawi Rebellion, firearms which were mostly used by the terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commanding General, Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Rolando Joselito D. Bautista, will give his welcome remarks.
President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sir, Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, General Ray Leonardo B. Guerrero, Secretary Bongo, Undersecretary Arthur Tabaquero, Undersecretary Eduardo M. Año, Major Service Commanders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. it is my honor to welcome you all, especially the wounded personnel who made an effort to attend the ceremonial demilitarization of captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered firearms, and the awarding of personnel who served in the Marawi campaign. It has been over a month since our Commander-in-Chief declared the liberation of Marawi City, where our gallant troopers went through a tough battle to free the city, for which some of our brothers in arms paid the ultimate sacrifice. The various captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered firearms we are demilitarizing today were used to destroy the peace in Marawi City. So today, we destroy the very weapons that tried to destroy our peace. This ceremonial demilitarization does not just put an end to the intrinsic capability of these weapons to sow terror and destruction, but also sends a message that no matter how formidable the foe, how sophisticated and powerful the weapons, our armed forces will always triumph. Kaya sa puntong ito, sama-sama nating saksihan ang pagsira sa mga armas na ginamit ng mga kalaban natin sa Marawi. Kasunod nito ay ang parangal na igagawad sa ating mga kasamahang naglilingkod upang maging matagumpay ang ating kampanya laban sa mga terorista sa Marawi City. Again, welcome to the demilitarization and awarding rights of personnel who served in the Marawi campaign. Good afternoon.
Thank you to the Commanding General, Philippine Army, sir. The Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Ray Leonardo B. Guerrero, will give his remarks and present the captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered firearms during the Marawi Rebellion to the President. He will also request for the approval of the demilitarization of the said firearms.
President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sir. Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, Secretary Hermogenes Esperon Jr., Undersecretary Eduardo Año, Undersecretary Arthur Tabaquero, Secretary Christopher Lawrence Go, Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa, Lieutenant General Rolando Bautista, other major service commanders, men and women of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. One of the concrete outcomes from the successful liberation of Marawi and our nation's victory over the Daesh-inspired Maute terrorist group was the recovery of their firearms. This symbolizes the disarming of the terrorists, rendering them incapable of furthering their lost cause. To complete this significant accomplishment, we will demilitarize all firearms captured during the conduct of the intensified combat operations in Marawi. In this military procedure, all captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered weapons are destroyed to render them ineffective for future use. We do this to demonstrate the government's firm resolve to eliminate all threats to peace and security. We assure our countrymen that all soldiers, airmen, sailors, and Marines will remain vigilant in fulfilling our mandated mission, even as we celebrate the triumph of a hard-fought battle against the ISIS-aligned terrorists. The support and encouragement that continues to pour inspire us to stay focused and strong as we continue to seek and destroy all those who sow terror and disrupt the peace. With the guidance and support of our Commander-in-Chief, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, and the Secretary of National Defense, Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, the AFP will continue to protect the people and secure the state. Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you a total of 652 various types of captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered firearms from the Marawi siege. Upon your word of approval, we shall proceed with the conduct of the demilitarization process, sir.
Wala pa. Hindi, baka masa.
From here, ladies and gentlemen, we'll witness the ceremonial demilitarization of the captured, confiscated, surrendered, recovered firearms. Demilitarization of the CCSR firearms symbolizes the state's authority and victory over those who use weapons to inflict threats and terror among the Filipino people. With the valiant efforts of the men in uniform to prevent the ISIS-inspired multi-terrorist group to inflict further damage to lives and properties, various firearms were seized, which include high-caliber guns such as the heavy and light machine guns, squad automatic weapons, sniper rifles, RPG launchers, and other assorted rifles. On this ceremony, before you is a representation of the 652 captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered firearms during the Marawi Rebellion. This is undergoing, or the firearms undergo demilitarization, which refers to the destruction of firearms by cutting, whereby all parts of the firearm shall be rendered ineffective for use as a component of a complete firearm. The ceremonial demilitarization is being done by utilizing a road roller wherein the vehicle uses its weight to compress the firearms, destroying its most vital components with minimal effort. The next phase is cutting the firearms in designated parts of the weapon using the metal bond circular saw. The cutting of the weapons will be performed by technically skilled personnel to ensure complete destruction of the captured, confiscated, surrendered, and recovered firearms. On a later date, the burning of all the parts of the weapons will be conducted. The cutting and burning of the parts of the weapons will be performed by technically skilled personnel to ensure complete destruction. Metal residues and scraps will be properly kept for final disposal. Final disposal procedures for the metal residues of demilitarized firearms shall be in accordance with the existing policies and directives of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. The first firearm demilitarized will be presented to President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the ceremonial demilitarization of the recovered firearms during the Marawi Rebellion. We shall move on with the awarding ceremony.
The Order of Lapu-Lapu, rank of Kamagi. The Order of Lapu-Lapu was established in 2017 and is conferred by the President of the Philippines in recognition of exemplary service rendered by the officials and personnel of the government, as well as private individuals in significantly advancing a campaign or advocacy of the President, particularly acts of valor and kindness, described as extraordinary acts of service and exceptional contributions to the country. The Order of Lapu-Lapu, rank of Kamagi, is awarded to officials and personnel of the government and private individuals who actively participated in and contributed significantly to an activity pursuant to a campaign or advocacy of the President. The Order of Lapu-Lapu, rank of Kamagi, is hereby awarded to Colonel Alan Hambala. Lieutenant Colonel Elmer Suderio. Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Tampus. Major Gelson Buyukan. Major Maria Lourdes Ranario. Captain Kim Apitong. Captain Irvin Capena. Captain Rodolfo Polido Jr. Captain Marlon Reyes Jr. II. Captain Ariel Robles. Technical Sergeant Rochelle Senyo. Staff Sergeant Arnel Gamba. Staff Sergeant Aimer Salamanca. Sergeant Ronnie Halasan. Sergeant William Sahul. Sergeant Rodel Cordero. Surgeon Richel Batbat. Surgeon Hazel Almohera. Surgeon Delphine Austria. Surgeon Aldrien Olegario. Surgeon Ernie Pateño. Corporal Renz Michael Endaya. Corporal Ramil Akyatan. Corporal Junrich Filyalan. Corporal Jaime Alejandria Jr. Private First Class Jerry Sibuyan. Private Eva May Abian. Order of Lapu-Lapu, rank of Kampilan. The Order of Lapu-Lapu was established in 2017 and is conferred by the President of the Philippines in recognition of exemplary service rendered by officials and personnel of the government, as well as private individuals in significantly advancing a campaign or advocacy of the President, particularly acts of valor and kindness described as extraordinary acts of service and exceptional contributions to the country. The Order of Lapu-Lapu, rank of Kampilan, is awarded to officials and personnel of the government and private individuals who were seriously wounded or injured or suffered great loss of property as a direct result of their participation in an activity pursuant to a campaign or advocacy of the President. The Order of Lapu-Lapu, rank of Kampilan, is hereby awarded to First Lieutenant Gerson Hurilla. Second Lieutenant Russell Robles. Second Lieutenant Michael Cruzat. Technical Sergeant Eugenio de la Fuente. Technical Sergeant Buenvenido Manapasal. Staff Sergeant Gary Robles. Staff Sergeant Hansel de la Torre. Staff Sergeant Raul Rivera. Staff Sergeant Sherwin Paul Morada. Staff Sergeant Wenceslao Muñoz. Staff Sergeant Edwin Apolinar. Staff Sergeant Frankie Mangulad. Staff Sergeant Francisco Tabago. Sergeant Arnel Barrigues. Sergeant Eric Ubalde. Sergeant Gerardo Bacera III. Sergeant Wilson Del Rosario. Sergeant Edgardo Diaz Jr. Sergeant Richard Llagas. Sergeant Nelan Arnejo. Sergeant Alemar Lumangyao. Sergeant Raymond Gumiran. Sergeant Jimson Mag-Usara. Corporal Chuck Bores. Corporal Gilbert Abolencia. Corporal Ronel Ortega. Corporal Fernando Monderin Jr. Corporal Jefferson Cabasan. Corporal Ayatullah Hamid. Corporal Benny Flores. Corporal Jomark De Asis. Corporal Rafi Palomar. Corporal Anthony Gutlay. Corporal Joel Albeza. Corporal Jonald Olivar. Corporal Joselito Años. Corporal Zenan Ralph Galiado. Corporal Jovelon Caca. Corporal Felipe Galamiton Jr. Corporal Jobel Sardinio. Corporal Jonathan Tubis Jr. Corporal Johnny Bobiles. Corporal Gary Fusin. Corporal Conrado Batalla. Corporal Giovanni Carcido. Corporal Jacinto Gregorio Jr. Corporal J. Lanes. Corporal Rico Paragoya. Private Private First Class Rechi Calonce. Private First Class Gerson Nogit. Private First Class Felix Cesar Libril. Private First Class Leo Valenzuela. Private First Class J. Peterson Arongoso. Private First Class Rainfred Namoncale. Private First Class Rex Cadawe. Private First Class Reynaldo Cartalia. Private First Class Reynaldo Bilog. Private First Class Rocco Rapal. Private First Class Arnold Lean Lobederio. Private First Class McKinley Monido. Private First Class Vernie Bautista. Private First Class Joffrey Baligot. Private First Class Joselito Memrado. Private First Class Ronald Daciado. Private First Class Kidron Angsoy. Private First Class Kimpi Payomo. Surgeon Leo Van Bukog. And finally, Corporal Eduardo Madriaga.
Thank you very much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all the awardees. The guest of honor will now be introduced by Secretary Delphine N. Lorenzana, Department of National Defense.
Mga kasama, ang ating mahal na Pangulo, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Bakit itong akin ayaw magtuyok? Troop Commander, kindly give the tikas pahinga order.
Tikas.
Na, it's a very unsettling. Kindly sit down.
very unsettling to see a soldier wounded. But as I have promised you, pinangako ko sa inyo, there will be interventions after yung masugatan kayo. And I just released what I promised right after the liberation of Marawi. And I'll give you 500 million for intervention. Yan, after sa hospital. And isa yung kumpare ko na sundalo, kumpare ko yun. I assure you that you will have your hands again. Prosthetics na titanium. And I'm sure that you go out and fight again for another day. My warmest congratulations to the awardees. Saludo po ako. I will remember you for all time. Ganito yan eh. Our oath of office is simply, pare-pareho tayo. If you abbreviate the so many words in that oath of office, it simply says that we protect the people, for we are government workers. And being government workers, it is our business to preserve the nation, the Republic of the Philippines. Yun ang ating trabaho. I am glad you're all here, but I have to make the acknowledgements. Congratulations also to the officers and men of the entire Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police for just simply doing their duty to protect our nation. And ako, as dumadaan lang po kami. I have 4 years remaining, and maybe we can do something about the threats against the duly constituted government. Wala naman tayong gustong pumatay. I have my speech here, but may I just continue also to say that the Interior and Local Government Undersecretary, General Eduardo Anyo, it's strange, but it's the only provision I think that I can find where a retired military man cannot be appointed to the position of DILG. All others, wala akong parang nakita na bawal. Except dito, hindi siya muna maka-assume until after 1 year from his retirement because it is prohibited. And therefore, I choose just to appointment to skirt around the law. Because I want General Anyo to be there sa DILG. Marami tayong problema sa ating bayan. And I choose the men who think, who I think, and who also think of their country. So, kaya ang address ko sa kanya is Undersecretary muna. Then we have General Leonardo Guerrero, the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces. In a short while, parang papalapit na rin sa retirement, but I hope you'd still be around. Maraming trabaho ang gobyerno dapat gagawin. So I'm sure everybody else, in the fullness of God's time, kung buhayin tayo, we will still be together as a team. The officials and enlisted personnel of the armed forces. Mga kababayan. My prepared speech ago, but I want to add more. And I would like to thank Congress for understanding the plight of the Filipino. Tayo, me personally, presidente ako, well, I will just order, but the problem is kung sapat ba yung dimensions ng hinahawakan kong poder. Not power, but the duty Alam mo, mahirapan talaga pag walang martial law sa Mindanao. I will make it public and maybe telegraph also to the other side. Alam mo, itong mga komunista, the terror group now called the communists, ito yung walang hinto na laban. And they have been fighting government for almost 50 years. And I hope we will not have to go into another 50 years. I do not want to kill my brothers and sisters who are Filipinos. Kung gusto man talaga natin ng away, I would have preferred a foreign country, hindi Filipino. At the problem is, sabi nga ng isang, I heard, which I think is a very appropriate, hindi makahintay. You know, because there are processes to follow, procedures to honor. Kaya itong martial law, without the martial law powers, the ancillary powers attached to the implementer, the implementing agency, mahihirapan tayo. Ilang oras lang tayo pwede mag-detain a person. The longest is 36 hours. You think you can really solve the problem, the crime? Mga criminal to eh. Hindi naman ito yung imbued with a sense of patriotism. You know, the crime rebellion is really very simple. Yung hindi masyado mabigat ang parusa. As a matter of fact, sometimes it is called the noble crime because yung iba mutiny, yung iba mag-rebel. Mababa ang penalty, pati bailable ang members. You know why? Because we believe, and you believe, kayong lahat, that ang gusto ng mga tao na ito ang pagbabago for the better. That's the only reason, their motivation, their criminal intent is for change so that we can move and move better towards the best of the Filipinos. Ang problema, there are rules to follow. If you want change, then you have to go to the people and explain to them. Hindi natin problema yung may mga drug lords, may mga mayaman, ayaw nang umalis sa pwesto, and they have been ruling dynasty after dynasty. Kasali na rin ako. Kasi it started with my father as governor, then ako naging, pati yung anak ko. Ano naman, sabihin nila politika, ang problema yung mga tao. Gusto ko nang mag-retire, sabi na, si Inday na lang. Who am I to say no if you think in good faith na talaga yun ang gusto ng tao? Makakaya ng Davao, nakapunta naman kayo lahat. I'm sure you have gone around the place. O tingnan mo yung Davao ngayon. Inipit ko lang lahat. Lahat. Tayong taga-gobyerno, pati mga kriminal, inipit ko talaga. Because I wanted a better Davao. And we are gaining a headway. Sana ngayon, sabi ko nga magipag-usap ako, 4 lang yun eh. I will stop corruption. At alam talaga ninyong isang komisyon, just imagine traveling. It does not really matter what it is. But you cannot use the money of the people every time there is a meeting outside of the Philippines. Ano sabihin, pakialaman mo lahat ng mga conventions pati seminar dyan? And to think that your office is the office of the urban poor. You travel 8 times, you have been appointed September. 8 times, you go in and out. What do you use? The money of the people. Di sabihin mo not I was there for a productive, I do not believe in that shit. Matagal akong mayor, matagal akong presidente. At sasabihin, ako raw, sige travel. O di, palit tayo. Sige, ikaw mag-presidente. You know, hindi tayo lahat pwedeng maging presidente. Yan ang problema. There are so many incongruities in this life. You want to enjoy the perks or maybe the distance traveled by a president. You think I enjoy it at this my age, yung jet lag? It puts me down. Yung last time, gusto ko nang mag-collapse. Imagine, we came from Vietnam, then the day after we started early. Tsaka ito, nag-program, itong protocol na ito. You know, mag-start ba naman ng 8:40, 8:30 in the morning, tapos matapos ng alas 10, alas 11, alas 12. Ang akala naman nila, kaming mga participants, Boy Scout, natatanda na. So I said, it's not an easy job. It's not a walk in the park. Ika nga. So anybody who wants to, gusto na travel, pumunta ka sa tao, magpa-elect ka ng president. But do not compete with me because I mismo, inaabot na rin ang pagod sa buhay. I cannot be physically fit all the time simply because of age. Now, another incongruity is also this. Itong mga komunista, nagre-rebelde. Noon, ngayon terorista na sila. Wala nang kause, wala lahat. Then when you ambush, you stay there in one place to waylay. Nag-aabang ka para ambusin mo any military or police or government security personnel or even plain civilians who are with government. Maghintay ka dyan para ambusin ninyo. Tapos your intention is really to kill. Tapos may bata, 4 months old, titirahin mo, sabihin mo, Mayor, hindi man namin sinadya yan, aksidente. Give me that kind of shit. Pagka ang sinabi mo magdaan dito, police o military, papatay namin, kasali na dyan, walang aksidente dyan. You are really out to kill people. So you have to assume the responsibility. Doon ako sabi ko na, kung baski pati bata ambusin mo, ay wala na itong katapusan. This is terror. It is not now impelled with a sense of to rebel because you want a new government. Kung sila magrebelyo noon, sabihin nila, we are revolutionaries. Ang aming tungon sa buhay ay maganda para sa bayan. Ako ngayon magsabi, biruin ko, mag-revolutionary government din ako. O nandiyan ang kagad sa Mindula, no to revolutionary government. Ibig mo sabihin, ikaw mag-revolt, ako hindi. Anong klase yan? Bakit? By what right do you have? Suluhin mo yung revolution yan. Ikaw lang ba ang marunong? Kayo lang ang may alam yan. Eh kung mag-revolt rin ako, yan ang mahirap eh. Ganito, druga. Sabi itong mga ulol na mga puti, mga doktor, nagpunta pa dito na, no, drugs is temporary stupor. Parang lasing ka lang dyan. No, bakit? Gumaganda ang droga. Why is it? It is punished all around the world. And even with a death penalty, for example, Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia. And the Philippines. Ito talagang, bakit nakakaproblema ang Amerika? And Shabu is the pinaka, according to studies. It gives you a bizarre behavior. Para kang unggoy dyan na walang isip, violent pati aggressive. Eh, kung wala yan droga, eh maganda yan. Bakit marami akong pulis pati sundalo na matay? Eh, yan nga ang problema dyan. Incongruity na kung sila, okay lang. Tayo dito para sa tao, masama. Ay, anak. Eh, kung gano'n, hindi talaga tayo magkaintindihan. Ay, akin hindi naman namumulitika, pero what did I promise the people? Including you. a Filipino, I promise to cut or eradicate corruption. And I am doing it. Sabi ko, droga because it will destroy the nation and or young. Ginagamit ko. Ngayon, itong pangatlo, I will improve the countryside. You know, ang pinaka-pobreng sektor ng ating bayan is the agricultural sector, mga barna. If you continue your taxation, I'm addressing now myself to the communists. If you continue to sow terror, tapos maghingi kayo ng maghingi, kompetensya kayo sa gobyerno, as if you are also a duly authorized, accredited tax collector. Walang mangyari sa bayan. Wala talagang mangyari. Because ang agricultural sector needs to be improved. Anong kailangan doon sa public sector na agriculture? They need to improve their farming, tulong ng gobyerno. Hindi na ba tayo nagkukulang? Traktor na nga ang binibigay ko, pati ni Pinyol. But yet, they cannot operate there. Why? Nandyan yung komunista, pati yung mga multinationals na papasok because the only thing that can improve agricultural endeavors is mayroong factory dyan. For example, in Davao City, sa taas, sa Kalinan, meron doong mga pinya pati. Then you place the oil mill near where it is so you can save on cost, lessen traffic and all. At yung mga banana doon na ikaning. Yan ang pagpa-improve ng agricultural sector. There has to be a industrial vis-a-vis with the farmers. Paano? Nandyan sila. Ambos dito pag hindi magbayad. Everyday sinusunog yung mga traktor ng, how come me? Tapos sabihin mo hindi sila terrorist. You're asking money from the poor. Kahapon meron na naghingi ng taxation pati ni-raid yung mga bahay. Sabihin, gawain ng sundalo. Kayong mga nakikinig ngayong mga Pilipino, huwag kayong maniwala niyan. Walang sundalo ng kawatan. Yung sa Marawi nandoon ako, ano ba naman yung gamitin mo yung electric fan? Bakit? Ang sundalo ba makanakaw ng kotse? Saan niya ilagay? Pag move out nila, magsakay yan ng mga truck. Saan niya ipasok yung electric fan? Doon sa ilalim ng karsunsilyo niya? Ang pinaka-manipulator dito, yung politiko, hindi naman makatanggap ng talo. Sige ng sira, hindi naman makakasira. Kasi nagtatrabaho ako. Kasi alam nila na tinutupad ko yung salita ko. Pagka nagbitaw ako ng salita, baski yung mayor ako, pag sinabi kong tatapusin kita, tatapusin talaga kita. Yan ang prangka-prangka. Pag sinabi kong umalis ka dyan, kasi sisirain mo ang bayan ko, umalis ka dyan. Pag sinabi kong tatapusin kita, kung walang magtapos sa iyo, ako ang magtapos sa iyo. Kaya yan ang totoo dyan. So, napipika ako nitong mga komunista. So, there is 1 year. It's a big window actually for all of us. Now, I am not a dreamer, but the reality, pag 1 year, pag continuous ang bakbakan, maubusan talaga ng tao yan pati bala. At may maroon ako mga attack helicopters, kayo ang papapagpaktisan ko. Ngayon ko pag nandoon sa taas, pag nakita ninyo yan, ba't terrorist ba? Sabihin mo pa, aristuhin na. Praktisan ninyo kaagad kung patayan pala ang gusto ninyo. Hindi. Di ba, nagdating na ba yun? 23, wala pa? Attack helicopters. Kung may pera ako, magdagdag ako ng 50. Para bibo. Hindi na parang Christmas time. Now, the thing that I would not really want to discuss itong terrorism. Aside from the communists, they are not rebels, they are the criminals of the communists. Itong Mindanao, bigyan ninyo akong kunting panahon. Ang main line is the MI pati MN. Give me time to reach an agreement at you bear with me because I will be dwelling on reality. Sabi ko sa inyo, bago dumating nga yung Magellan na yan, isa pa yan, pagdating ko doon sa Cebu, ang monumento ng Gago, mas taas pa kay Lapu-Lapu. Sabi ko, puta, anong klase ito? Pag mapresidente ako, balikan ko kayo. Tayo ako ng malaking building na hindi ko sirain kasi magalit ng mga Espanyol. Lagyan ko lang siya ng mas mataas na building because Lapu-Lapu was the first Filipino to kill an invader. So, ngayon yung award sa inyo is si Lapu-Lapu. It's a sacred one. Look, the guy really fought yung unang mga banyaga. Let us honor him. Kaya sabi ko noon, kaming mga Bisaya, hindi naman kami galit. Why should I be angry about that? Problem is, wala kaming hero. Ngayon, I'm coming up with, kayo, alam ninyo, pag sinabi mong daguhoy, ano yung gago na yan? Sir, sayo ng polis, sir, daguhoy yan. Si daguhoy, matapang yun. Inupakan yung mga katsila noon. Ngayon, ginawang hold-upper. Pag namin daguhoy, hold-upper yan eh. Ano ito? Pagkatanting nga yung mga pulis. Saan kayo mga pulis? Di ba yan tawag ninyo? Sir, si daguhoy yan. Nabuang na. Yung Bisaya pa. Tapos yung aming, my father, Cebuano. Binigyan kami ng hero. Ang hero na pinakasikat, yung award sa inyo ngayon, ginawang Lapu-Lapu, isda. Huwag ninyong pirituhin yan, ha? Stop. Maghanap tayo ng ibang pangalan dyan sa Lapu-Lapu na yan. Why do you take the name of the person in vain? He was the first Filipino to fight for our country. So much of that. Again, I would like to thank you. Wala kayong problema, I said. My intervention now, after the war, I will see to it that. And I have ordered the NHA to build cottages for soldiers who are still on therapy. Ayaw ko saan nila ilagay, pero hindi dito sa kampo. Sabi ko, wag. And my last topic would really be, binigyan ko kayo lahat ng baril. I don't know, it's the suppliers. The issue is not us. Binayad na natin, tapos na. Kaya lang, walang makasupply by thousands. Glock o kayong 45. Kasi nakikita ko, kayo mga sundalo, lumalabas ng kampo, you are sitting ducks, naked. Not in the literal sense, but naked na wala talagang armas. Pag puntahan ka ng mga gago na, paluhurin ka, tapos barilin ka, wala ka malang putulin yung ulo mo. Okay, pumayag ng gano'n, may binigyan ko kayo ng baril. Tatlong magasin yan. Yung pangatlong magasin para sa iyo yan. Look, usapang lalaki ito ha. Putang, huwag kayong mag-surrender ng buhay, ibigay mo ang baril. Tapos gawain ka lang aso sa kampo nila mga kalaban. At the end of the day, magtawag ng newspaper, gugul-gulin yung ulo mo sa... Kaya yung last magazine, iyo yan. Pag wala ka ng dalawa na lang naiwan, tapos mga isang platoon pa ang kalaban mo, alam mo na kung anong gawin. Mga gusto mo, i-televise ka nga ginigulgul ka? Wala, ang believe ko sa iyo. Yan, tatlong magasin, kung makapatay ka ng 5 dyan sa 2 magasin, tama na. Huwag masyado yung pahiro-hiro pa. Siguraduhin mo yung last magasin mo, yung hindi dad yung bala, ha? Yung bago, kasi ako hindi na ako nagbibili ng... Lahat na binili ko sa inyo, puro bago. Wala akong bibili na second hand. And before I forget, these things come up to my mind as I go, hindi ka nagbabasa ng speech kasi bog yung uniforme ng sundalo na sira-sira. Papuntahin mo doon sa Marawi yung tailoring. So, para hindi magalit yung gumawa nito, basahin ko na lang yung penultimate paragraph. These firearms that we demilitarize today shall serve as a symbol of our resolve to defend our freedom and democratic institutions. Hanggang dyan lang tayo. Against those who sow fear through violence and destruction. It is through this that we honor our heroes and those who lost their lives defending our way of life. Kaya ako, bilisan ninyo sinabi ko, hindi naman niya kailangan talaga, isang parade ground lang, at pareho ng Fort Bonifacio, huwag ninyong ipagbili under the name of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, parintahan ninyo. Pag mapuno ito ng building kagaya ng Taguig pati Makati, hindi na niyo kailangan ang gobyerno. You'll have a source of your income. But do not worry because nandyan talaga sa gaayan. General appropriation sa kasali. So, dong extra money, ang sabi ni Dominguez, ayaw niyang ibigay sa isang gusto niya, magtayo kayo ng sariling GSIS ninyo. Para yung may mga actuarial, lahat. Ayaw niya ibigay ng isang opisina lang. Wala tayong magawa. Siya yung manager ng pera, and he wants it very clear to him na it will serve its purpose. He has his own paradigm, mindset about all of these things. I am not prepared to argue with him. But yung pera, ilagay ninyo, magawa kayo ng sariling GSIS ninyo. At para gusto ko, yung mga anak ninyo makapag-aral kung saan nila gusto. As a matter of fact, now, kung sinong gusto mag-aral ng UP, Lasal, Ateneo, San Beda, tell me, ako na ang magbayad sa tuition ninyo. I want the soldiers to have sons and daughters. Sige mo lang kayo, pakpak dyan, makinig kayo. Yung gusto ko na magkaroon din kayo, kaya ninyo magkaroon kayo ng anak na doktor, abogado. Kung ordinaryong, so yung bill liberal about especially the education of your children. To those who were wounded in action are here with us today, we confer you the Order of Lapu-Lapu as a recognition of your extraordinary and exceptional service to the nation. May our soldiers continue to inspire, kini kayo mga Pilipino, our people, especially those from Marawi, to rise above all challenges as we rebuild from the ruins of war and look forward to a brighter future. Maraming salamat po and accept my salute.
Thank you very much to President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Sampanaw.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes